go.
Hey, Lauren, how are you? Yep, he is. You get to take it on too. Okay. Okay. Yep, you're welcome. Bye-bye. I'm Lauren.
Gotcha. All right. Hi, Tessa.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good. And then Brittany said that the other one disappeared. So right now it is both of us.
Sweet.
There is a little possibility that some of the things inside of command are working today because yesterday there was a massive outage. We did run into some issues coming up with changes in the personal or in the websites that when you try to change it, it's not taking into your actual website. So we're still going to learn some of it. It just won't be able to apply to the changes just because of right now. It should hopefully be back in the next couple days.
Okay.
They didn't explain what the outage was, just that it happened. So I'm going to.
So are we just it, or is there somebody else there?
If there's nobody here in person, it might just be us. There was one more person online, but then they closed out.
So, I mean, because if we need to schedule like a one-on-one, if it's easier, you just let me know.
No, we could use this as our one-on-one. For
Perfect. Works for me.
We're good. It won't be the 2 hours though if it's just a one-on-one. It will be able to get information much easier just with a conversational basis.
You're not going to hurt my feelings. So.
All right, I'm going to share my screen.
Okay. Because I'm going to be working at the same time. So.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. So we are in the login for command, and I'm going to log in.
Yeah, because what I'm really interested in is both topics. My understanding there's supposed to be a way to do a website for listings.
Yep.
And I've got, I think, about 4 listings coming on. So I'd really love when I'm doing my marketing to tag that.
Yeah.
And then also the landing pages. If you have time one day, because I still want to kind of look at the KW website a little bit. Hopefully it's evolved some. So
yeah. So it is the individual website for a listing is a landing page, and that's specifically for that. And then your website is like a consumer using it for the like an MLS search kind of,
right?
Like realtor.com. So why don't we go ahead and we'll start with landing pages, just because this is I had no formal itinerary of what we were going to go over. It was just these simple basics that we have about the websites and then some campaigns and things like that. So I'm going to go into the consumer app, which is the last icon on the left.
Yep.
And from here, I'm actually going to minimize this. From here, I'm going to click on Create New Page in the upper right-hand corner.
Okay.
And then I'm going to choose as a landing page. It's the second option in this pop-up box. And I'll click Create Page. Now it's going to want us to give it a name. So is it okay if we use, do you have any listings in the MLS right now?
I do, but they're all pending.
That's okay. I'm not actually going to launch this. I just want to use it as an example. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to delete
111.
Okay. So I'm going to call the landing page the address of the property. What did you say? It was 306?
Yep. 306 111th Street in Bradenton.
Okay. So, oops. All right, so that's the name I use for the landing page. It could be anything you want to for you to remember. No one's going to see that name except for you.
Yeah, I would likely do the same thing.
Okay. Yeah. So then I'm going to come over to widgets because right now this is a blank page. I'm going to pull over branded header. Oh, come on, maybe. I'm going to drag it over. So it puts my branded header in here. And then I'm going to pull the listing box over and release that. Oh, come on. This may be something with the outage.
All right, I need, because I don't have a branded header for some reason, so.
What does it look like to you when you see it?
Just see your little box right here at the bottom. Right below
This
the
one, oh, looks
KW?
like that.
Yep.
I'm wondering if this is part of that outage I was talking about. Issues
Oh,
happening.
there it is. Now it's there.
Okay, good.
Okay. And
I'm
then,
gonna refresh
okay.
this. Oh, no, it's not gonna let me. Let me try. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna try again. Then you're gonna drag over listing.
did,
There we go. Now we go. And then at the bottom, so I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom of this listing. I'm going to pull in, where's my not testimonial, where's my lead form right here? So the lead form is gonna go at the bottom. Oh, come on, go down. All right, I released it and now here's the lead form. I could put a video here if I want to instead. I could put a video on top or bottom or in it instead of it. So if you had a virtual walkthrough, you could have a specific landing page for that virtual walkthrough.
well, I do, all my listings have a Matterport tour.
Okay,
So what would that look like?
so is it video based or is it like one you click and move around?
The Matterport tour, it's
Yeah.
one that, yeah, it's the link where you can walk through the house.
Okay, so that one isn't integratable into our landing pages. Because
Okay,
that's a different type of, but if you had just a video of like a slideshow video or slideshow of pictures, you could have that in here. If you wanted to do that, I'm gonna put in, so I would drag the video over and I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna put it right above the lead form.
okay.
So this is where the video would be.
So do you know if because that video that the MLS automatically generates through
yeah.
InstaView, would that work?
It has to be connected to YouTube or
Gotcha.
to upload it. So let me check here. I'm gonna look at the video. It needs to have a URL source or you can upload the video. So if you download it, you can upload it in there and you can use that.
Well, why would the Matterport not work? Because it has a URL.
Because it has to be a video URL.
Okay,
Because it's not, this screen is not, oh, you know what? Maybe try it. You don't have to launch this, but you can definitely try it.
okay.
I don't see why not. Because if it changes this into an interactive, then you could.
Oops.
So let me go back. So now that I have the landing page laid out the way that I like it, I am going to click on configure widgets. I'm going to start off with the branded header.
Hang on here. I'm trying
sorry.
to add that in real quick. Okay, so go back where you were at. I'm sorry.
Yep. So I right now I'm on configure widgets.
Which is where?
And if you're not there, are you looking at, does it say widgets and then it has the pictures of the
Yep.
things? Okay, so at the bottom, it'll say configure widgets.
Oh, I see it.
Yep, so hit that. And then at the top, it'll say branded header. I'll click on that.
Mine does not do that. So I wonder why. Hang on here. Give me just, hang on one second, Blake.
Sure. Hi, Lauren, how are you?
Hi, sorry I'm late. I signed on as my husband by accident. He was in my account.
That's okay. I would have accepted. I knew the last name, so you were good.
Okay, so I'm a little lost. I may sign out and watch your video from the beginning, but I'm trying to see if I can catch on
Okay.
as we go.
Yeah, so right now we're just going over landing pages. We'll be moving to a next subject once we're
Oh,
finished.
okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Alrighty, so we are,
Yep, I see it.
okay,
Configure widgets, branded header.
yep, so go ahead and click branded header, and from here, I have, the header text is gonna appear up here. And this could be like if you want the address or maybe the house of your dreams. Or something like that. You can only have 30 characters total. This took up 24.
Sure.
Then you want to make sure you have a headshot, so it goes in here.
Oh,
Your
that's
name.
it.
which is required. Phone number, this is not the right phone number. Okay, and then an email address. Excuse me, I need to close the door here. So my email address is correct. I do have a team logo in here. You don't have to have a team logo if you don't have one. That can remain empty and click save and apply.
Yeah, instead of the team logo there, what about my Gulf Coast Florida Homes logo?
Yeah, you could do that. Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I have right now. I just want to make sure that was still good.
That's perfect. Yeah. Then I'm gonna click save and apply. So here's the text that we put in the house of your dreams appears up here.
Oh, yeah.
And then once that's finished, I'm going to click the right arrow button to go to the next one. And it says, it takes me to the listings. It says browse listings. And it's going to be searching by property address. So what is one of the properties that you have that's under pending right now?
The 306, 100.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. Sorry.
All right.
Search for this. Oh, that's 11th Street. The searching on this needs to be updated. What city is it in?
Bradenton. Try spelling street out and
Street.
yeah, you've got 111th
Uh-huh.
and put a space between the 111. You need the TH there.
Oh. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I click select now, and it is now in here. I'm going to choose from the listing which photo I want to use. That's going to show up right here. I'm going to use this exterior because this is the first one, but I could choose any of these. I can also upload another image by clicking on custom image, and I just upload that right here in this box. But I like this, it pulls directly from the MLS, so that's good.
Yep.
And then I'm going to click save and apply. And now the listing is now in the listing box. So we have the information from the MLS pulled in.
Yep.
And then I just scroll through and they can look at the pictures through here. Details.
Oh, nice.
Map. And then, so that's in there. I'm going to go back up to the arrows that say left and right, and then 2 out of 4. We're going to go click the right arrow to the next widget, which is the video.
It looks like it updated. And I noticed that map there. It's zoomed pretty far out.
Yep. So if they zoom in, it will go in
So
directly.
we can't preset it to zoom in.
We can't. I'm afraid not.
Okay.
So for the video, I'm going to put the video headline. Virtual tour. Oops. Then I can put a description, walk through. Great house. And I like to use the video URL because I upload my videos onto YouTube. So I'm just going to pull a YouTube. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm going to try and see if I can't use the Matterport link.
Okay, yeah. I think that's a good idea. And then you can
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I don't have videos on my YouTube. I mean, I have a YouTube account from like 5 or 6 years ago that I've never done anything with.
Gotcha. So I'm just pulling a random URL right now. What you would
Okay.
do, if you have wherever your video is hosted, you'll go grab that URL. You're gonna click into that video URL box.
Yep.
Right click and then paste that in there. And then I'm gonna hit save and apply. Okay, so if I scroll down, I now have the video that I put in here. I'm gonna start playing there. Okay, great. And then I'm gonna now go back up to the arrows between left and right, click the right button to go to 4. And then all I can do for this form box, I can say interested, let's talk, or I can change this. I'm gonna change this to say get more info now or schedule a tour. Let's do. Save and apply. All right, so once this is completed and it's the way I like it, I can click publish page and it will become a published page to be an actual freestanding website.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? It says it's pending already on here, so I can go ahead and publish this and we'll just turn it off afterwards. So we're
Okay,
good.
yeah, please do. Yeah, all good.
So I'm gonna click publish page. It's gonna ask me, are you sure you want to update an active page? And I'll say, yes, update it.
Okay.
Oh, I kept it. Oh, there we go. So once I completed it, it brought me back to the main agent site pages with all of
Yep.
my websites that I've created. So I'm gonna click on landing page up here. And
Okay.
here's the one we just made, and this is the URL for it. So if I want to advertise it with this, let's say we're putting that in our listing presentation that you create an individual website for the property. I would go buy a domain for it, maybe the property address. So this would be 306 111th street.com.
Mhm.
And that would be the information for there. So if I click it, here's the website landing page live. Move through all the pictures. The video with the virtual walkthrough, which is a candy, and then a capture page.
Yeah, because my thought for doing this is
Uh-huh.
for my Facebook ads for just listed, just
Okay.
sold, open house.
Sure. You could, yeah, so you take that URL and put that in wherever your destination is.
Yep.
For the ad. Mhm. I think that's a good idea. I would probably point them to your website too, or if you could, maybe your website instead, because then that way they can also search for other properties, unless you just want them specifically going to that property only and not looking at something else.
Well, I would think though they're gonna want more information or,
Okay, yeah, that's true. They can fill out the form at the bottom.
right,
Yep, okay, cool. So yep, you just take this URL right here and you paste that into your destination link if wherever you're making your ads.
does the 3 dots on the right-hand side allow you to copy that without?
So it's going to allow me to edit it. I can change the URL or deactivate. I can also delete it. So if I
Okay.
change the URL, I can choose, maybe this is where I want to put in the address instead.
Right,
But honestly, if it's for a listing presentation, I would go get a custom domain for $11 or $12 and have it that and just redirect it.
right.
And that's pretty easy. What you do is you're going to go daddy.com.
Yeah, I've got several
Okay.
domains.
I'm going to show that for prosperity reasons for everyone
Sure.
online, godaddy.com. And then, for example, the house we're using, 306.com.
It's 111.
Oh, I always miss the 1. So it has to be one word. So 300, oh, I'm going to put 11th. 306 111th street.com. Search domain. I can buy it for $11.99 for 1 year. You're not going to need it for a year, but it's going to be a good for your branding
Right,
for that house. Okay, and then I would forward to this one. So that is a landing page. If we are going to be going to our agent site pages to create our website, and our websites are the MLS searches basically for our clients or customers. They can search for homes in here just like a realtor.com or Zillow. I would click in here, they can put it in average. Let's do like Wood Ranch. So I just did Lakewood Ranch. And here's all the homes for sale in there. If I want to change anything on this website, I will click Site and App Settings. And I can upload in this General tab. I can change the search box text, which was this text right here. That's the hero site or agent site hero text. I can put up to 5 images in this agent site hero image. So I like to have my GIF in here because it's water rolling into the beach on Sunset. I could put 5 more in here and it'll rotate between the images, but I just like this one. You can have 1. And then there's the download app landing page. They like the text in there. This is not connected to the website directly, but it could be a page on your website. And then I can add virtual tours on here as well. I'll click Save Changes. The URL tab. Oh, you do want to have this use my information to brand my agent site. So when you filled out your marketing profile, that information is being pulled when you click this on. If this is turned off, it'll be generic information. It won't will tell them that you are their agent or anything like that. You want to have this on. If I click on URLs, you're going to find your URL for your website and then the app URL for your KW app.
Blake, how did you get there? Because I'm on my agent site.
Yep. So if you click on agent site pages,
Yeah.
so I'm here, right here, right?
Right.
I'm going to go to site and app settings right next to create a new page.
Okay. Got it.
And it'll send me there. So those were the URLs. I can change my domain if I wanted, my subdomain, just by typing in here, and that'll change my website address. If I click on featured listings, I can have up to 12 listings on here featured on my website. These are all sold, so I need to delete these. And then let's say I can have a headline for my featured listings. I just have amazing listings, and I'll select what I want to show. Let's see, I don't have any of my listings, so all listings. Let's search something. Oops. Here we go. We will list this. So I'm saying this is going to be a featured listing, and I'll click done. Save changes. It says it has been saved successfully. And now if I go to my website, I'm going to refresh this. Oh, you know what? Updates might not happen because of an outage. So we'll see if this actually, oh, the update did work. So here's my new amazing listing for almost $3 million. And it says who the listing agent was. So it says courtesy of Michael Saunders. Click on it. Still, my information is going to be here for them to know that they should be contacting me when they click on Ask Your Agent, and it'll be sent directly to me. All this information is pulled from the MLS, so you don't need to worry about updating it unless it is your property that you can update in the MLS.
How many of those listings will it let you put more than one out there?
You can have 12 of these.
Okay, good to know.
You have 12 featured listings. And then theme, it's going to ask if I want the red theme or the dark theme. I chose the dark theme. So that means my text up here, it's in a darker, for like the sign up button is darker. Search is dark, for rent is dark. Send is dark. If I chose the red theme, these would all be red instead. So let's do that. So I'm going to switch to red theme, update theme. And it's not taking it. That would be that glitch happening right now. Come on. I'll just go back to the dark. And then agent site pages. So we can create another web page on our website. And those pages are going to show up when under my name, it'll have a drop down. And these are the pages that I've created that people can go to. So I can say the real blog. And this is the, oh my gosh, where is this from again? Homekeeper website. Homekeeper's auto blog in here. And then an about me page. Those information about me. I've created a couple other teaching, coaching, and real estate, company profile, contact us, testimonials, another blog. It's the same one. And then another company profile. And then I have a link to my Facebook page that they can go to. Oh, this was my scheduled post that went out today. So that's the back end of agent site pages. I'm going to go back to the actual agent site pages here where I can create a new page. And I will click create a new page. It's going to ask me where do I want it. I'm going to create on my agent site. And I'll click create page. And maybe this is a testimonial page. This is something that we like to use for social proof to show that we are as good as we say we are. So the first thing I'm going to pull over here is Testimonials List. I can either choose a list or a carousel. If I use the carousel, it's going to rotate, and then the list just does exactly as it says it lists it out. I'm going to do the carousel. And these will rotate, and then I'm going to have a testimonial capture form at the bottom. Oh, wait. It didn't take it. Come on. Oh, it did take it. I think I just put too many in here. I did. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Sorry, they need to make their space bars better. See, take this down there, release it. Come on, there we go. So here's the capture form for the testimonial now. And now I'll click on configure widgets. That one can't be configured. I can do testimonials headline. I can choose what client details we want to show. So first name, last initial, city, client since, and neighborhood. Maybe I just want the first name in the city. So I'm going to take off last initial, client since, and neighborhood. And in here, they're going to show testimonials that people have already submitted for you, and you can choose which ones are on there. So right now it's Brett S. from Englewood, Florida. It says Blake is the best. You should work with him if you get the chance. There's some more that I just can't read it. So I'm going to click save and apply. Come on. Go through work.
Like, what do we do about our Google reviews?
You can copy and paste those into them here. We can't, there's no integration with that yet.
And how do you copy and paste those in there?
So you'll go to Google, your Google reviews.
Right?
I'll show you. Let me
Okay.
put a headline here, and we'll do that. So here is the headline with my review. And then no team name. Let me go alone. Headline. View. Save and apply. All right. We'll save changes. Yes. Okay, so we just made a page and it took me into agent site pages. And it looks like it is, I need to add a page. And this is the page we created. I forgot to name it, so it made this weird name in there, and I'll just use it. It's gonna ask me what the page title is, and I'll say new testimonials. The URL slug will be new, we'll say new test. We'll call the test. I'll click save. So now, if I go to my website, if this works, because I'm not saying this is going to work right now because of the outage, I refreshed it. Yeah, it didn't come in here. So it would be at the bottom here where it'll say new testimonials for the page, but because the outage is not updating. Now to get the Google reviews, I'm going to go to me. So here's the Google review that I have. I click on it, Jennifer Vario. She didn't leave any writing, but I can copy this name just by highlighting it. You know what? Tessa, I'm gonna look you up. Is that okay?
Sure.
It's Robbins, right?
2 B's.
2 B's. There we go, 18 Google reviews. We're just gonna use Sherry Dover as an example. So I'm gonna go back to, hold on, this has gotten in my way. So I'm going to, did this make a new, oh, it did. So I go to my testimonials page. And so I have, where did my, Sherry Dover is the one we're going to be using. So I'll type in Sherry. Address, this one has the address, so it's not going to be in there. Let's edit this real quickly.
Because people may not want to put their address
Right,
out there.
yeah, so I'm gonna go back into my agent site pages. So if I need to edit something, I go into agent site pages and I'm gonna look for, here's that testimonials. I'll click the 3 dots and I'm gonna click edit. And then I'm gonna click on the configure widgets at the bottom. I'm gonna go to testimonial capture, oops, not yet. So I don't want client city, I don't want that, I don't want that. We'll just leave first name, last initial, save and apply. And save and apply. Publish page. So I just made my updates, publishing it now. We'll see if it goes through.
Sure.
Refresh here.
Mm.
Still making us put an address in here. No, don't put that. Some people won't want to put the address. That should have worked to remove it. I don't think it's pulling the information correctly right now either.
Okay.
But I would remove it from that list and then update it like that. It should remove the address selection because you're not.
I wonder if it's going to allow it. I was reading the blurb right below it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, so it said that they only use the address to find a neighborhood.
right.
I unselected the neighborhood section in that widget.
Sure.
So it shouldn't show up, hopefully. I can't confirm that though. I can't confirm it until we let it updates from our settings.
Sure. Understood. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. But that's how I would build a page. Most of the websites have already been created. To add a page, that's how you would add a page. There's different types you could add in there. Let's see. We have, can show about the team, about you, just a contact form, a download my app page. I can click on content blocks and I can pull in iframes. So an iframe is like using Homekeeper for that live blog. It's an iframe. Does anybody use do you guys use Homekeeper at all?
I see it come through. I was gonna actually, at some point, talk to you about that, so.
Okay. So Homekeeper is really good for that automatic blog. It updates it every couple days. And that way you have fresh content going in there. And it looks like the one, it's like this. So this is using an iframe.
And how do I set that up? Because I
Yeah,
do.
so yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna go to Homekeeper, which is HOMEKPR. Wait, yeah, is that it? Oh, there it is. So it's HOMEKEEPR. And I'm going to click on it. And then I'm going to click on sign in as a realtor. Oh my goodness, hopefully I can remember my password. Ah, perfect, I'm in. So you log in, and then I can see that there's a dashboard in here. We have info, you can update your info, the vendors you use, your clients included in here, any important links. And we're gonna click on My Widgets. So I'm gonna click Embed Widget. And it's gonna say either My Trusted Pro widget or My Trusted Pros widget or My Blog widget. I'm gonna click My Blog. And I'm going to use the My Blog widget iframe. And it says KW command right here. I click copy code. It says copied. I'm going to go back into my command. And I'm going to pull in the text box. And then I'm going to paste that code into this text box.
You still have your text here in there.
Oh, insert.
At the very bottom.
Oh. Where? Sorry, right here?
Yeah, your text here, I think
Oh,
when you
yes,
added that text code, it didn't paste over it, it included it.
Ah, I need to get rid of insert too. Okay. Good. Now why is this? I have a widget. Oh, I know why. I need to have some widget profile. So we need to be able to save the changes somehow. So my profile, I'm probably going to put at the end, not right above it. This will not load up until you have created
Okay,
the page. Come on. No, it doesn't want to work. Yes. 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 I'm sorry, it's not responding for some reason.
no worries.
It won't even take it now. Come on. Let's see. Did put this. This is really weird. I'm wondering if this is another thing that has happened. It's hard to teach this class today. Oh.
You're doing great.
Thank you. This is
I am learning, so.
good. This should, I don't know why this isn't letting me save it. So.
Can you repaste that code? Maybe when you backed it up, it
Yeah,
messed something up with
try
a
that.
space.
Apply. Changes. Maybe it's just taking a long time for it to work. But this is what it will look like in there, like I showed you earlier. I'm not sure what the heck is happening with me right now. Would you like to? Yes, I will. I apologize for that. Oh, I know why. We'll just call this. Because I didn't have a title for it. So sad. So here's the one I just created. If I click on, it's not active. Never mind. Hold on. I'd like to just do that. I click add page. Say this is a newsletter. Continue. Just going to leave that for now. Okay, now I should be able to go here. Oh, this is an active page now. Continue. No. Now I can't edit. Add page, newsletter. Continue. I'm just gonna say yes. What now?
You don't have to put the title in or anything? The URL, all that?
You're supposed to, but I was just trying to get around it, so we're doing this instead. Oh, no spaces. Yeah, it does not want me to save this. I wonder. Let's try something else. Maybe I'm maxed out on pages here. Select page right. Okay, well. That's silly. It doesn't let me add a. Here does it. This letter. Huh. I have all, there's stuff in all of this, so it should. You know what? Darn it, why is this? Ugh. I'm sorry, this is getting me frustrated. For some reason, this doesn't want me to add it in there. So we're going to move on. But when it works, it should work that way. You click on agent site pages, you'll add it through adding a page, you'll click the new page that you've created, and then you'll fill in this information here, and then click save. And it will become page in this dropdown.
Awesome.
Okay.
This has been very helpful today, Blake. Thank you.
Good, I'm glad.
Yes, and to see it multiple times really ironed it in.
Good. Repetition is key sometimes. Now, I would like to go over QR codes. Do you use QR codes?
I don't.
So a QR code is basically, it looks very like a pixelated little image. And if someone takes their phone and goes over it, it's going to give them a link to go to that page directly. QR codes can be used in business cards, flyers. It can be used online. It could be used for a Facebook ad if you wanted to. It'd send them directly to a QR code, or it could be a QR code on your website. I like to use QR codes wherever I can to send somebody someplace else, either in a printed form. You could use it as a business card as well from your phone. So if you just had a picture of your QR code with your business card information connected to it, they take it, it's going to go directly into their phone after they've used that QR code.
Do you find people using the QR codes?
Yeah,
know
so
it was
they come back.
They are. So say, I know it was a big thing several years back, and then
Yeah.
it kind of like fell by the wayside and died off a little bit. So that's why I'm like,
Yes, yep. So COVID has brought that back much stronger. It's just an easier way for people not to have to type in everything. They just take a picture of something, or they put their phone over it and click instead of having to type anything in. Let's see. I like to use qr-code-generator.com right here to create QR codes. And I can either send them to a website. My information can be uploaded into their phone as a business card, plain text, send an email, text message, a Wi-Fi code to connect, send or request Bitcoin, send them to a Twitter or post a tweet, displays a Facebook button, displays a PDF, plays an MP3 file, redirects to different app stores, or shows them an image. I usually made it for URL, and I'm going to make my website their URL destination. Or if you wanted to create, so Tessa, for your example, you want to create a specific web page for a property. On the flyers that you create, you could have a QR code on there for them to scan and go to that on their phone. So here's the physical paper, and then here's the digital version. So let's go get the landing page. So here's the URL. I'm gonna leave that up. Where did I? Really? Oh, I have two windows open. No, I closed it out. Weird. Okay. I'll go there again. QR dash. All right, so I'm going to choose that URL. I'm going to go get my landing page. I'm going to highlight this. Right click and copy. And I'm going to paste it right here. So now it just automatically created a QR code for me. If you were to scan this, it's going to take you to my landing page. I'm going to take out my phone. And I'm going to actually stop the sharing. I'll share my phone.
what page was that you just copied there?
So that was the landing page we created for 306.
That address, okay, yeah, okay.
And I'm going to stop share. I'm going to share my phone. Share screen. phone. Hold on, needs to install an update. Zoom has so many updates. Okay. Here. Select. I'm connecting right now. Okay. So if I were to open up, come on, stop. Open up my camera app. And I see that how it covers it says pages.kw.com now.
Yep.
I'm going to click on it and it's going to take me to the landing page.
Nice.
So now if I had a flyer with that on there, I can just scroll through and I can even get more info now directly through here.
Is
So
there
it's right
anywhere
there.
on that landing page, does it allow them to circle back to my website?
So no, the landing page is specifically just for one property.
Gotcha. Okay.
It won't let you back on the website. So you could connect it to your website instead. So let me go to my website. I'm going to stop this share.
Right. You mean the QR code? Because it'd be nice on that.
Yeah, so yeah, the
landing
QR
page,
code
once
could go to
they-
your website.
Yeah, it'd be nice once they went to that landing page, looked at that property, that gave them an option to maybe go look at other properties.
Yes, so on my website, I'm actually going to look up the property first, and then I'm going to take that URL and put it into that QR code instead. So it'll take you to the property, and they say, oh, you know what, maybe I want to search something else. Then they can search through that website. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to show you, I will show you through what I mean. So,
Perfect.
okay, I need to hide that, come back. So I'm going to go to my website. And now I'm going to search for that address. So this is me as the agent searching for that address. So now I have this URL. Here is the house. Your information would be in here because it's your website. So it's the same information that we pulled from the MLS that the landing page has, but I'm going to use this URL because here's the search box now that they can go and search for things. I'm going to take this. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to my QR code generator. And we're in the URL. Delete, and then I'm going to just paste that. And here's the new QR code for that website instead. So it'll go directly to the web page for that property. So it'll show up in here.
Nice.
So I would probably do, the website over the landing page because I do want them looking at other properties.
Right.
It's nice to have that landing page for your marketing reasons,
Right.
to say you have it. You know what I mean?
Right. Why would I not, in like a Facebook ad, use this URL instead? Because my thought is this.
I would use this URL instead.
Yep. Okay. That's what I was thinking as well.
Yep. This is the one you want because, like I said, so it sends them to here. I look there and like, you know what, maybe this house isn't for me. Let's find maybe Inglewood.
Something else. Right. Yep. I like it.
I search it up there instead. And then they also have the pages that they can get through here that we've created. A landing page is strictly stuck in that one particular property or that one video. So if you made an ad for a video walkthrough, you could just have them go to that video walkthrough and then more information at the end. That I think is okay. I think the listing part is hard because like, well, what about other properties?
Right.
You can't get to it. Video is fine. Other properties, I wouldn't
Okay.
do it. Mhm. I always prefer going to the website instead.
Right. How would I do on a I'm trying to think about a Facebook ad that's gonna do lead capture.
Okay. If you do it through command,
Right,
it's very, very easy, and I like it through command versus actual Facebook.
I do too. I use command.
This is going to be actually the last part that we talk about for today is the campaigns area.
Mhm.
So we're going to go into campaigns, which is the megaphone. You have to make sure that in your back end, in your settings, you have your Facebook Ads Manager connected and your Facebook page connected. So I'm in campaigns and I'm going to click create campaign. And then I'm going to choose social ad. And I have to give it a name. So we'll call this. And our goal is either going to be advertise listing, attract listings, or attract buyers. These three seem to have the best responses. Advertise listing, attract listings, attract buyers. You can do these, but they don't seem to have as much traction as those three. So I'm just going to say it's going to be attract listing. And it's going to ask me, where is my campaign going to be run? And I just like to do it on Facebook. And I'll click create campaign. It's going to ask me for a listing now, so I'll click add listing. And not only mine, I want all. And I want 306. Come on. Let's see if it'll pick it up through here. Oh, you know why? Because it's active. We're under pending. There you are. So I selected the property.
Mhm.
It automatically brings in the information from the MLS. I can change this copy if I would like to. Usually want 2 sentences at the most in this section here. I would do it as short as possible. And it's all, you want to describe the community over what the actual things are inside of the house, because when they click that learn more button, they're going to find out what's inside of the house. Talk about the community being, let's see, this is gorgeous pool home in Gates Creek community. So what's in that Gates Creek community? Is there a golf course? Is it close to golf? Is it close to the ocean?
Right.
How close it is to shopping, things like that. So I'm going to actually, I'm going to get rid of all that. We'll just leave it like this for now.
Mhm. Yep.
Headline is going to be something catchy. Let's say,
Bring your toothbrush.
yeah, oh yeah, there you go. Bring your toothbrush. And then description, you're just actually putting in the call to action. So you want them to click that learn more button now. So you're going to tell them, click. Then you're going to put an emoji in there of an arrow. So I clicked on the emoji little icon in the corner. I'm going to search for arrow. And this arrow points to that button. Then I'm going to click save. Then I'm going to come down to media. Even though it has the check mark there, it only has one picture. I'm going to click configure and I can choose if I want to upload video or if I want to upload more images. So I can have 5 images, but you only want 3. I do an exterior, then I do an interior, then I do another exterior. So I make an interior sandwich. So I'm going to click add more. I like that outside picture, so we're going to leave that. I'm going to choose another. I'm going to choose an indoor picture. Let's see, which one do I want? I usually do a kitchen or something along the, oh, here we go. I'll use this and preview and crop. Oh, no. Preview and crop. And I could choose if I want it as a square, wide angle, vertical, or full portrait. I'm going to do wide. And I'll click save image. Now I have 2 images. I'm going to get one more. I'm going to use the pool because it's a pool home. Oh, that's nice. Preview and crop image. Do wide again. If I want to, I can zoom in a little more with that plus button, or I can zoom out to fit more in. Then I'll click Save Images, or Save Image. I'm going to say my DBA logo position is going to be in the right-hand corner. And if I include my ownership statement, it says each office is independently owned and operated. I'll click Apply. And it does pop up in the corners once you have this opened up. And then I'll click Save. Saving is your friend in everything that we do here. Saving is your friend. Saving is your friend. I'm going to come down to Facebook settings, click on that. And this is where you're going to do lead generation. This is where the capturing phase comes in. Now, when they're in Facebook, they're going to click on learn more, and box is going to pop up and it's going to say, do you want to give your information to go to the next step? And usually they don't have to fill it in because Facebook is going to pull it off the information they've used to create their account. All they have to do is say yes or no. And when they say yes, it's just going to take them to wherever you send them. So we want to click Facebook lead generation form. Oh, oops, I haven't selected my Facebook page yet. So my account for my Facebook page selection is going to be my personal account because we're only supposed to have one, and then we'll have a business page. So I'll click page and I'm going to choose my business page. Oh yeah, I was farther removed from that one. So here's Facebook lead generation form recommended. Good, I have that selected. And then my button label is going to be learn more. I can choose from two others. One is sign up and the other is apply now. If you were sending out a newsletter or informational updates, sign up would be good. And they're not applying for anything. So we wouldn't use that. Learn more is the closest thing to actually what we're doing. And then we're going to go back to the website. What the heck? Do I keep closing things out? Hold on. I did close that out. What am I thinking? I have to go back to my website. Hold on.
Hey, Blake,
Yes.
if I didn't use the recommended Facebook lead capture, what would that look like if I used the other option?
So if you did that, it's not going to have a box that'll pop out and say, do you want to submit your information? It's just going to send them to the URL. So you wouldn't lead generate.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, perfect. Thanks for the clarification.
Okay, so now I have the URL here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it into the website URL. So when you click on the paste button, it automatically adds an HTTPS. I'm going to delete that because when you copy it, it automatically comes with it. So I'm going to click the command right click and paste. So I put the URL in here, or I could choose a landing page directly. So we could choose that one page we created for it, but we're sending it to the website. And that's good. That green check mark verifies that it's a real website. So we're good. We're going to come down to audience, and we can either use it as the radius of 20 miles around Bradenton, or we can use custom audience or custom settings. And I can choose to target my database and target a custom audience. I can do both, or I can just do one at a time. So we're going to click target a custom audience, and it's going to be based around Bradenton, Florida. But let's say I want to advertise to those wintry states. So I'm going to use Michigan. So I'm going to cancel that out. And I'm going to say, even though it was 60 degrees where my family is right now, they don't care. They're in Michigan, so they're in Grand Rapids, 68 degrees yesterday or today. There we go. So I'm going to advertise to the wintry states, Grand Rapids, Michigan, 25-mile radius. You could actually push this up to 50. Because they're out of state, they're not going to drive to see it anyways. I'm going to put a 50-mile radius on there. And then I'm going to come down to detailed targeting. This is going to be more focused targeting than it would be if it was just a radius. So I'm going to put interests. We can only have interests in here due to fair housing laws, which we have an upcoming required class tomorrow. So please come to that. And I'm going to look at interests, and these are Facebook group interests. So if there's a Facebook group for acting, there's 230 million people, 419,400 people in those groups for acting. Let's see. So I want to search for real estate. Real estate. So here we go. Real estate investing. Yes. Real estate development, real estate appraisal. You want about 15 to 21 interests in here. Let's see here. Create a real estate investing, real estate club. We'll do a real estate agent directory. For this, I don't want real estate license because that means they're agents. I'll save those. Let's add some more. Come on. I'm going to add Zillow. Don't choose premium agent, Zillow and Trulia. That is usually agents. So we just want the general Zillow. And I'm going to go to Trulia. Come on, one more. I didn't even know what Trulia was until I started working on real estate. Realtor.com. Not the pro, just the regular. See, what else could we do? What if we run out of ideas on our own? We have the full list of interests here, so I'm going to scroll through here. I have 11 selected. I'm going to click apartment because possibly people from the apartments want to move out because it might be cheaper to own a home. I know it would be for me, and it's expensive. Let's see what else. Oh, asset management. Come on, select. Moving really slowly. Come on. Yep. What else could we do? Building. Violet, sure. We'll say commercial property. Okay, I have 15. So now I'm going to say save. What these statements are, in tech-wise, they're called an or statement. So that means they're going to find people that like real estate investing, or that like real estate development, or they like real estate appraisals, and they're in a group, something with those things. If I click narrow audience, it's going to create and statements. So that means it would be real estate investing and real estate development. We would only put one word in here in the narrow audience category if we were to use it. I don't recommend using it, but I want you to know that you can. Okay, click, come on, work. There we go. So I would do real estate investing and maybe accounting. Save that. But I do not recommend doing that and statement. So I'm going to remove that. And I hit save. Then I'm going to come to lead settings and I'll configure. It's going to ask me, do I want to auto tag the leads that come in with anything? And do I want to assign them to a smart plan? It would be good if you had a smart plan set up for maybe Facebook leads. And I can click assign to smart plan right away. Let's see if I want them. I could put them on a long-term nurture automatically. So I'm just going to my long-term nurture. And I'll click save. Then I'll hit duration and budget. So when do I want to start this and when do I want it to end? It's going to take about 24 hours for it to be reviewed by Facebook. So I like to put it a day later. This wants to go up tomorrow. I'm going to say I want to start this on the 19th actually. So I give them time to do it and it still gets the 10 days in there. It's going to ask me how much I want to have the budget. So that's how much per day. $30 is a good place to start, but if you really want to hit it, you can do even more. $100, $500 is up to you. I mean, you can go as much as you want, but I would start with about $30. When you have to have a credit card connected to the Facebook account or to the command account, and I'll show you where that's going to be in a second. But right now, we're just going to click save. And then this is almost ready to go. So I would click publish campaign and it will be sent to Facebook for review. I'm just going to actually hit save draft. Say yes. Come on. So Facebook will not be charging your card. It'll come from a charge of KWRI. That's because KWRI will pay Facebook directly. And whatever budget you put is how much you will be charged. Excuse me. So if you say you're only going to pay $30, that's as much as you're going to be charged. It will never go over. And once it has been published or starting to publish, this orange will say under review or pending review. And then once it's finished, it'll say completed in purple. And while it's happening, it'll say active in green. To add your payment method, right next to this create campaign button is the payments button. If I click on that, I can add credit cards in here. And if I have multiple, it's going to ask me which one do I want to use, and I'll select it. And I just click add payment method to add a credit card in there. And that's what I have for you guys today. Any questions?
Thank you, Blake. That was absolutely awesome.
Awesome. I'm glad
Very
to
helpful.
hear it. If you have any
That's
questions,
very helpful.
please let me
Thank
know.
you.
And I mean, go play with it, create fake ones if you want to, create real ones. There's
Mhm.
nothing that you're not going to hurt anything. So definitely go try it. Okay.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming, guys. We'll talk to you
All
later.
right, bye.
Have a great day.
Bye.